Hello, I'm Tinker. And I'm not. Behind the scenes here, organisation is variable, to say the least. We're about as organised as the Noonie. But Noonie, right. But what I do, I've actually got sort of like a list of lists here. This is actually the master list. And the master list is actually things I haven't been able to accomplish in 2018. And basically added a few things to it that I'm going to have to try and roll over to 2019 maybe. Although I've got some interesting things, like Zentangles is one I'm working on as an artwork, and we've got the NaNoWriMo, which actually starts in a week or two. And then there's some more pranky things on here, updating technology, doing some cool stuff. Over here, I'm a member of the Ararat Food Growers. You should come down sometime. Up into the community garden anyway. We're not actually celebrating Halloween. So we're not doing Halloween. We'll cross that one off because a couple of members felt that handing out lollies and confectionery when we're actually growing vegetables was hypocritical. Wasn't right. Didn't go with the ethos of the group. Mind you, we've only got about 10 members, so to get, maybe 20 odd children and their parents coming through the gates would have been good. We're doing a tomato plant out for Melbourne Cup Day, and because my dad always said Melbourne Cup Day was the day to plant your tomatoes, and I'm hearing a lot of variations on that. I think it's more to do with frosts, because we had fog yesterday morning. And then we've got the White Ribbon Walk, and I do the White Ribbon Walk every year because I live in Ararat. This is Ararat. And it's a sad but true fact. The White Ribbon is in support of victims of domestic abuse, and as a... Yeah, okay. I'll add it. I'm going to add it that I'm a former victim of domestic abuse myself, and every year Ararat rates in the top 10 reported cases of domestic abuse in all of Australia. Right, top 10 every year. Not something to be proud of. Can I also, I'm going to point it out, a couple of years ago here, if you heard of the TV show The Biggest Loser, where fat people lose weight, they actually filmed that here because we're a fat town too. We're like the fattest town in Australia. And then there was another report put out about alcohol consumption, and it was actually like a marketing thing. And it turns out that we've got one of the highest rates of alcohol consumption. So we're the fattest, drunkest wife beaters on the planet. And that is not a be proud moment. That is actually something I'm ashamed of, to live in a town where that happens. I don't go out drinking. I'd actually haven't had a drink in about 18 months, I think. Me personally. And I'm a little podgy, but I'm certainly not obese. Need to get a bit more active. Back to the lists. Very rarely do I actually complete a list, although sometimes I do rewrite lists. This is the typical sort of list I write. Chook food, potting mix, nettles, wood chips, op shop, circled, trackables, circled, Tim-sheep poo. I can explain the sheep poo because I do know a bloke called Tim, lives on a farm halfway between Ararat and St Arnaud. He calls it Paradise. He reckons he lives at Paradise. There actually is a place called Paradise, by the way. It's not Paradise, it's just north of Landsborough. Or Navarre, just north of Navarre, that's right. So I've actually gone out to his place, got sheep poo. Dentist appears on a lot of lists because I just keep forgetting to make an appointment. Not that I'm terrified of dentists, I just keep forgetting to make. Centrelink, Bible Museum, Asclepius and the Budleias. And then there's another job here I have to chase up, that I did chase up, and they haven't called me back and I haven't called them back because I didn't want to drive half an hour that way to do that job. Basically, and I ended up with a job where I drive 5 minutes and I should walk and do that. So anyway, that's sort of, then I've got the sub list here for geocaches. I'm partway through working on this one. Trail, we fixed that up yesterday, or I fixed that one up, got outside and really hated people for stuffing up my trail. Welcome sign, I fixed that one up and submitted that. Arrowdale, Cathcart turned off, I've got to fix on those. And then it says here, contract something cranky. I can't even read my own handwriting. And then it says here, sort out poetry, I understand that one, and dentist. So the word dentist actually appears on three lists. The master list, the sub list, but I probably could get rid of that one because dentist is down here. That's the geocaching list, and that's how I try and organise. Yeah. Fail.